हेलो एंड वेलकम टू बिटेनिंग। साथ में मिलकर शुरू करते हैं जिंदगी की दूसरी इनिंग। आप लोग हमेशा ये देखते होंगे कि प्रणव कितने सारे इवेंट्स को अटेंड करता रहता है। जब भी कभी यूरोप में, कभी यूएस में, आपने मुझे भी देखा, मैं सिंगापुर गया गया कभी दुबई। यूरोप के इवेंट्स कभी अटेंड करने का मौका नहीं मिला, बट प्रणव इज लकी इनफ टू एटलीस्ट कवर नॉट लेस देन 6 to 7 मेजर इवेंट्स अराउंड द वर्ल्ड। सो आप लोगों को भी फील होता होगा कि यार इवेंट्स में होता क्या है और इवेंट्स कब इंडिया में कब होंगे। तो ये जो दिसंबर का महीना आ रहा है ना इस वक्त, एंड यू हैव अ डिसेंट लाइक 1 महीने का टाइम है आपके पास ऑलमोस्ट प्रिपेयर करने का। थोड़ा सा अगर आप प्रिपेयर करो और थोड़ा सा अगर आपके दिल में चाहत है एंड यू रियली वांट टू हैव एन एक्सपोजर कि यार इवेंट्स में होता क्या है, एक्चुअल में जाके फील लेना चाहते हो ना। घर बैठ के समझ नहीं आएगा कि आपको क्रिप्टो इकोसिस्टम में क्या हो रहा है जब तक आप वहाँ जाओगे नहीं, स्टॉल्स पे नहीं जाओगे, प्रोजेक्ट से मिलोगे नहीं, फाउंडर से बात नहीं करोगे, टीम से मिलोगे नहीं। और कई बार क्या होता है कि हमें करियर बनाने का भी अगर मन है कि जैसे यार हमें स्पेस में करियर बनाना है, तो करियर तब तक नहीं बनेगा जब तक आप प्रोजेक्ट से मिलोगे नहीं, समझोगे नहीं, फील नहीं करोगे, जब तक आपको एहसास नहीं होगा कि यार अच्छा ये है क्रिप्टो। क्रिप्टो कभी भी डेस्कटॉप पे बैठ के या मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन पे ट्रेडिंग करके यू कैन नॉट लर्न क्रिप्टो। For to understand crypto, to understand Web3, you actually need to go on ground and meet people, meet the actual founders of the project, and then just try and meet them, understand, ask questions, and just feel the vibe बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है क्रिप्टो में। जब तक अगर क्रिप्टो एक्चुअली चलता ही वाइब पे है। मैं आपसे पूछूं कि कई प्रोजेक्ट्स में आपको आपकी गट फीलिंग पे आप कॉल्स लेते हो। ये जो वाइब है ये क्रिप्टो में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और ये तब तक नहीं आती जब तक आप एक्चुअली इन पर्सन ग्राउंड पे जाके लोगों से इवेंट्स में मिलते नहीं हो। कौन से इवेंट में जाना चाहिए, क्या इवेंट को हम आज कवर कर रहे हैं, आज कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है आपके लिए जानना कि अगर आप बैंगलोर में हो तो आपके लिए तो मस्ट है, अगर आप कर्नाटका में हो तो भी मस्ट है, और अगर आप साउथ में हो या कहीं पे भी हो तो फ्लाइट यार आप पकड़ो और ये इवेंट आपको जरूर अटेंड करना चाहिए बिकॉज वी आर ऑल्सो देयर। ठीक है, सो आज हम उसको कवर करते हैं। सो लेट मी वेलकम इरशाद एंड अरविंद, एंड उसके बाद लेट्स गेट गोइंग। प्रणव, इफ यू कैन ब्रिंग देम ऑन स्क्रीन।
All right. So welcome, guys. These Irshad and Arvind, they represent Hashed Emergent, जो कि इंडिया ब्लॉकचेन वीक करा रहा है पहली बार इंडिया के अंदर। हम डिटेल में इन लोगों से डिस्कशन करेंगे कि आईबीडब्ल्यू क्या होता है और क्या मोटिव है आईबीडब्ल्यू कराने का। इंडिया ब्लॉकचेन वीक के अंदर क्या क्या होने वाला है, लोगों के लिए क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं जो जॉब सीकर्स हैं या फाउंडर्स हैं जिनको फंड रेज करना है या फिर जिनको कम्युनिटी बढ़ाना है, उन सब के लिए क्या क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज है। हैश्ड इमर्जेंट क्या करता है और उसका क्या रीजन है आईबीडब्ल्यू कराने का, डेमो डे कराने का, वीआईपी डिनर्स कराने का। पर उसके पहले I would want you guys to just take the floor and explain what is hashed emergent, जो इसके पीछे पूरा force है, which is making IBW happen.
Hey Pranav and Kashif, thanks a lot for having us on the show. I am Irshad, I'm part of the ecosystem team at Hashed Emergent, and Arvind with me here is part of the legal and investment team. We are both co-leading the India Blockchain Week conference together. And a little about the week itself. I think generally people have this question about like, what is the week versus the conference, right? Is it happening for the entire week? Are you running the entire week? Or is it just 2 days, etc.? There's a lot of confusion. So I thought that it may be a good opportunity for us to clear the air around it. So guys, 4th to 10th December is when most of the events would be happening. That is happening in Bangalore in person. Most of the Web3 related events that will be happening there. And okay, I think first let me just answer some questions about hashed and hashed emergent, which I totally missed before jumping into this. If that be okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so Hashed is a venture capital firm based out of Korea. We invest in Web3 startup. Hashed has been there since 2016, has made investments in some of the top projects in the ecosystem. That includes Sandbox, DYDX, Aptos, Near, Decentraland, etc. But never really had a focus on any emerging markets or any specific geographies. This was until we set up Hashed Emergent to focus on emerging markets. Out of the emerging markets, India has been a primary focus. It has been 2 years since we set Hashed Emergent. We are a team of 15 members in Bangalore. Our office is in Indiranagar. I'm based out of there right now. We've made around 25 investments, of which majority of them are in founders from India. And we've been super active in the ecosystem. You may have seen us do a lot of engagement activities with students, developers, and founders. And last year, we also published a report with NASSCOM covering India's Web3 startup landscape. This year also, we're doing a report with different partners, though, which will be launched at the India Blockchain Week conference. And this is where IBW, the conference, aligns with our interest. Right? For us, we want to do as much as we can to contribute to the Web3 ecosystem at grassroots level. And this is a major initiative from our side, which we decided to take up back in February this year. And since then, I think we've started preparing for it. Now coming to the specifics of the other things about the conference itself, what does that look like? So like I said, 4th of December is when all the events will happen. And last year we saw 50 plus side events, and that was and ETH India turned out to be the largest ETH hackathon then, with some 2,000 developers taking part, 450 projects that got submitted, and unofficially the week got the name India Blockchain Week. And since it has been so recognizable and very catchy, that's one of the reasons we decided that the conference should be named the same, right? And frankly, this represents something much bigger than us, much bigger than the conference. It's the entire ecosystem coming together and doing this in December, right? But when we talk about the conference itself, that is a 2-day conference happening in the week. It's happening on Wednesday and Thursday. It's just a 2-day conference, but it is called as India Blockchain Week conference. Now, just touching about why we're doing this, so like Kashif said, that we've been seeing different conferences happen in different countries, right? We go to Singapore for Token, and there is Korea Blockchain Week, there is Masari Mainnet, Consensus, all of these bigger events happening. But in India, we still do not have a conference of that scale. Even last year during the ETH India Week, there was no specific structure. There were ecosystem-driven events that were side events, or even one-day mini conferences that happened. But there wasn't one place where everyone came, where we discussed the broader industry together, which is multi-chain, which is which was pan-industry driven, etc. That's why, and also we see the untapped potential that we keep talking about in India, right? India and the role of a conference in sort of like spreading awareness about this internally within the country, and also bringing more attention from the global community. That's what a conference does. And we believe that India is ready. There are 3 things that always stand out about India when we talk with projects from outside. One is the solid startup ecosystem that's there, and then there is the growing developer talent base. And finally, the user adoption, right? Like recent chain analysis report, which ranked India #1 in overall ranking. I think this clearly tells us that India is ready for it. India needs a conference like this. There's a clear white space, which we thought that we could fill. We're very well positioned to do this because Up and Fund Hashed has been co-hosting Korea Blockchain Week for the last 6 years. And some of you may know that it's one of the largest event that happens in Asia and the globe. So we could easily tap into their expertise and network in doing something like this in India. And that's our reason to host India Blockchain Week conference, which is pan-industry, multi-chain, and a world-class one. Yeah.
Right. आपने इसके बारे में डिटेल में बताया. जो लोग इंग्लिश नहीं समझते उनको मैं थोड़ा सा बता देता हूँ कि इरशाद ये बोलना चाह रहे हैं कि IBW एक कॉन्फ्रेंस है. For the first time it's being hosted across, and it's being hosted in India. Hashed Emergent इसको करा रहा है, जो कि एक वेंचर कैपिटल फर्म है जो इमर्जिंग मार्केट्स पे फोकस करता है. 2 तरह की इकोनॉमीज होती हैं, डेवलप्ड इकोनॉमीज होती हैं, डेवलपिंग इकोनॉमीज होती हैं. मोस्ट स्टार्टअप जो होते हैं वो डेवलप्ड इकोनॉमी से आते थे Web2 वर्ल्ड और Web2 एरा के समय पे. Web3 के अंदर बहुत सारे ऐसे बड़े बड़े प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं जिनके फाउंडर्स इमर्जिंग इकोनॉमीज से बिलोंग करते हैं. और उसको टैप करने के लिए हैश्ड इमर्जेंट लॉन्च किया गया था। और हैश्ड उसके पहले से एक वेंचर कैपिटल फंड था जिसने बहुत बड़े बड़े स्टार्टअप्स के अंदर इन्वेस्ट किया, इंक्लूडिंग लाइक सैंडबॉक्स एंड अदर्स। और उसी को एक्सटेंड करते हुए इमर्जिंग मार्केट्स के लिए हैश्ड इमर्जेंट आया था, इंडिया स्पेसिफिक, इंडिया और अदर इमर्जिंग मार्केट स्पेसिफिकली। और बैंगलोर में इनका ऑफिस है जहाँ पे ये 15 पीपल दे सिट एंड ट्राई टू इन्वेस्ट इन मोस्ट Web3 startups coming out of India and related emerging markets. The reason why these people have taken this initiative IBW करने का वो ये है कि इन्हें लगता है कि like there is a conference part missing in this whole scenario of things, and that's where like I think IBW fits in. पिछले साल ईथ इंडिया हुआ था जिसके अंदर जो सबसे बड़ा Web3 developer hackathon था ever conducted with 2000 developers and 500 other attendees attending it, और वो unofficially इंडिया ब्लॉकचेन वीक कहलाया गया था। इस बार इन लोगों ने कॉन्फ्रेंस का नाम ही इंडिया ब्लॉकचेन वीक रखा है। उसके अराउंड एक डेमो डे होगा, एक वीआईपी डिनर होगा, एक कॉन्फ्रेंस होगा जिसमें बहुत बड़े बड़े स्पीकर्स आएंगे जिनके बारे में हम आगे जाके बात करेंगे। और कुल मिला के ऐसा ये इकोसिस्टम बनाना चाह रहे हैं इंडिया के अंदर, जो कि यूएस के अंदर एग्जिस्ट करता है, कोरिया के अंदर एग्जिस्ट करता है, जहां लोग एक्टिवली वेब3 की बात करें और उससे रिलेटेड लाइक नए नए स्टार्टअप्स और फाउंडर्स को आइडेंटिफाई कर सकें।
So Arvind, my question to you is that why somebody should just come and attend this conference? I mean, for a layman who's listening to this, who's never been to any event, I mean, in his life, who's only invested in crypto, who's only who's only been a DeFi degen or a NFT holder, but who has never been to any major event. Why he should really come to this event and just be there? What is in it for him to be there and attend this event for 2 days? You are on mute, Arvind.
Oh yeah, my bad. Hey, Kashif and the beginning crowd. Nice to meet you, and thank you for the question, Kashif. In simple terms, Kashif, how I see it and how we have experienced it abroad was that we've seen all of these personalities, the crypto personalities, on Twitter, on Google, on YouTube, but never have we seen them live in India. Never. And unlike where people say, hey, knowing people online and meeting people in the real world is generally regarded as a negative experience. In the crypto
Hmm.
world and in the crypto conference experience, I've seen the exact opposite,
Hmm.
where that networking and that camaraderie between people in the crypto space is very, very strong. That week is a celebration of what we are all aspiring towards, which is the decentralized ethos, the crypto nativity, bringing in a new paradigm of change using this technology. So for us, it's very important to bring people together from across
Hmm.
the board, give them a clear cut agenda which covers everything from cutting edge tech to regulations to how do we scale this technology for mass adoption to what the untapped potential and opportunity in India is, and showcase that, right? Because India, like Irshad said, is at the cusp of really adopting blockchain as well as getting global like awareness and adoption as well. So right now we see this opportunity as like a golden opportunity to bring everybody together, and we see ourselves positioned to be in that place where we can bring all those folks together. Um, we think that the speakers that we brought would entice the people who are really into crypto, whether it's developers, lawyers, any professionals, policymakers, technologists, to come together under one roof and ideate together for like the future. So that's where we see like the potential of a conference like this. The week as such, like Irshad said, is something much bigger than us. um, it's only because of collaborating and coordinating with other ecosystem partners that we are able to make this week far more than what we are bringing to the table. So whether it's just a conference that folks want to attend, or whether it's hackathons, or whether it's demo days, there's a whole week of events to celebrate what we're doing in the blockchain space. So um, that's our fundamental objective, Kashif.
All right.
Right. अगर मैं if I just share my screen to just show like the kind of people who are attending this, वो अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा statement है. मैं आपसे थोड़ा सा clarity के साथ जानना चाहता हूँ कि given that आपने इतने सारे founders को बुलाया है, Moshe, who is the founder of Aptos, Sandeep, of course, the founder of Polygon, the founder of Avalanche, Justin Sun, the founder of Tron, सेबेस्टियन बॉर्गेट और भी स्क्रोल के फाउंडर्स और काफी सारे फाउंडर्स हैं. इनमें से कितने लोग IRL इन रियल लाइफ प्रेजेंट होंगे और कितने लोग वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस से ज्वाइन करेंगे? कैन यू जस्ट गिव द
ये
ऑडियंस सम क्लैरिटी अबाउट
this is an important question.
We understand. Irshad, I think you're on mute and you could probably take this one.
Yeah, so out of this, there's only one speaker who is joining us virtually, which is Justinson, and that's how we've announced it. And he's also retweeted saying he's joining it virtually. Everybody else is coming IRL.
Oh,
Right.
that's amazing. I mean,
That's amazing.
the list is looks so glamorous. I mean,
Yeah.
if you could just scroll down, Pranav, I think who is there.
Yeah,
So
there's a lot
I
more
don't
that
think
we
so.
haven't.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Anybody will get a chance to meet all of them under one roof. I think this is an amazing opportunity for everybody. Yeah.
It's awesome. And I think we are, the list is not completely updated. We have many more tier one speakers. Of course, not keynotes, but you see a very good quality line of speakers. As in,
Wow,
when we keep announcing, we keep adding them to the website.
that's amazing. That's amazing.
Right. That's
Uh, So, how, I mean, I just wanted to know that there is a little bit of confusion that, if they get an access to this conference, they'll have an access to the entire week. So, if you can just clear, because during that time you also have ETH India that's happening. So, what is the difference between, ETH India event that will go separately and the side events that will happen, and is IBW part of that, or IBW and ETH India is just a coincidence that these two events are happening together, or if you can just clear the air, to avoid any confusion for people to have a more clarity.
Yeah. Yeah. So when we first decided to do this conference, we wanted to do it in the busiest week last year, and that's why we synced up with the ETH India team, Devfolio, and ETH Global, in order to decide the dates together. So that's how we synced up and have the dates back to back. So Wednesday, Thursday is the conference, that is 6th and 7th of December, which will be followed by ETH India Hackathon, that is Friday to Sunday, 8th to 10th December. So that's how it is. Now we have seen many other events that have also gotten confirmed. Of course, Polygon Connect happened last year, and they are doing it this year for sure. That is there. We have another one by Polkadot that has gotten confirmed. I think Filecoin announced one recently. Lumos is doing an event with Builders Tribe. That's on the Sunday. That's third. So I think a lot of events have already started getting confirmed. Now, just to give some more clarity about what is the conference, what are all the other events, I think it may make sense for me to just jump into just explaining what this whole 2 day will be about, and then I'll come to telling you
Ah,
like what are all the other events. Right. So the conference is taking place in Whitefield, just like ETH India Hackathon, which is also in Whitefield. Conference is at Sheraton Grand. It's a large place which can accommodate 3,000 attendees. So that's our target, 3,000 attendees. And KTPO is where ETH India's hackathon happens. Now, about the conference itself, the place, if it can accommodate 3,000 attendees, there are 4 stages. Two of the stages will be used by us. There's one main stage, it's a massive stage that can accommodate around 1,000 people, and then one other stage which we use to drive our own agenda, our keynotes, panel discussions, fireside chats, etc. And there are 2 other stages where we have some of our partners and sponsors driving their own mini conferences. For example, ICP is doing a half-day mini conference where they have their own set of speakers and they have their own attendees also who will be coming and attending. So within the IBW conference during those 2 days at Sheraton, you have many other L1s and popular other chains, L2s, doing their own mini conferences within that. It could be a half-day mini conference or it could be 1 day mini conference, right? So that's happening. Apart from that, the other events that are happening during those 2 days, I'm just talking about those 2 days at the Sheraton Grand venue. We have a demo day for which we partnered with Graviton, Elf Ventures, CoinSwitch Ventures. we're selecting top 12 startups from India who will come on the stage for half a day and showcase their product. All the attendees of the conference can go watch them, showcase their projects. We have a hackathon which we haven't announced publicly, but it has been running right now. We've partnered with Hacker Earth to run this. We have so the hackathon is mostly running virtually, but we have a physical presence of that, which is for another half day of the stage. Some of the finalists from who will be selected from this hackathon, they come and present on the stage the projects that they're building. Again, everyone has access to watch this live. And then we are also launching a report that time. This report I mentioned about the market landscape, right? We're partnering with multiple partners. One of the partners for the developer talent, developer section is DevFolio, where we recently launched a survey to try and understand what is going on in the developer ecosystem in India. And for that, we're running a comprehensive survey for which will be published in the report and launched at IBW conference. So apart from so that all of this is happening there, and like Arvind said, this is where all the speakers will be IRL, and some of the top names I think Pranav already mentioned about them, but that's distributed in the first two main stages. Now, outside of it, connected to this conference, we have a VIP dinner which happens one day before the conference, which has all these top speakers come in under one roof. It's a small gathering of 300 people, exclusive, right? And then we also have an after party. Now, this after party, we've never mentioned about this. This is the first time we're talking about this on this show. So the after party will cater to all attendees who are coming and hold a general pass to this 2-day conference. They'll be able to attend this after party that can easily have around 1,000 to 1,500 people. So that's how we're looking at the conference itself, the 2 days. Now, when we look at the week, right? So we, like I mentioned, there are multiple other events happening, and there is even a side event sheet, which I can share the link with you guys. So the side event sheet is gathering all the side events that are happening during that week, right? It could be happening in the evening, it could be a networking event, it could be a small workshop, it could be like an entire day's event also. And each of these things are listed in that side event sheet where anyone can look at and decide, oh, which event do I want to attend today? Which one do I want to attend, during the other days of this week? And also, if you yourself are hosting an event, you can always submit your event and list that up in that sheet. So that list is growing. Last year it was some 50. This year, we really hope that we can cross 100 in terms of the total side events. And we ourselves are also having few side events during that time. One is a driven one called Text to Code. It is running at our own office here. We have one called as Women in Tech. There's another one that's focused on the policy side called HODL that is also by us. But apart from that, you'll see a lot of other side events taking place. So you can think of them as these are all part of the India Blockchain Week, but they're not operated by us. Just decentralized like how it should be, right?
बहुत ही like as Irshad said, बहुत सारे एक्शन पैक्ड इवेंट होने वाला है, पूरा वीक बहुत ज्यादा एक्शन पैक्ड होने वाला है, और उसी लिए IBW आपने पता होगा, इट्स $100 टिकट टू गेट इन टू दैट पर्टिकुलर इवेंट. 2 दिन आप इतने लोगों के साथ इंटरेक्ट करो, प्लस यू आल्सो गेट you also get access to the after party. But given that काशिफ और मैं वहाँ पे फिजिकली प्रेजेंट होंगे, कम से कम 5 से 10 हम इंटरव्यूज ले रहे होंगे उन टॉप फाउंडर्स के, IBW के ऊपर भी एक व्लॉग बनाएंगे. So we will be given that we have partnered with IBW, ये लोग हमें 2 free passes दे रहे हैं for us to distribute to you guys, right? Which is a big thing on their part that they are doing. So if you are interested and you will be attending India Blockchain Week, तो आप इस पर्टिकुलर शो का स्क्रीनशॉट लेके ट्विटर के ऊपर डालिए और कमेंट करिए कि आप क्या एक्साइटेड है, आप क्यों एक्साइटेड है इंडिया ब्लॉकचेन वीक में जाने के लिए, और क्या सबसे अच्छी चीज है जो आपको लगती है Web3 की दुनिया के बारे में. ये दोनों चीजें आप डालिए
और IBW को टैग करिएगा,
और IBW को आप टैग करिएगा. एंड you should yeah.
Just one point there about the cost of the pass right now. Yes, it is $100 ticket, but right now we're running super early bird, which is at $40. One can also buy student pass, which is at $20. We're also Yeah, a lot of discounts running in community codes. One can always find them on Twitter. And we also have bundle packages to reduce the cost of this. So we've tried to keep this very nominal for
Yeah, yeah.
one to be able to attend. And just one last question that I think I forgot to answer is when you buy the pass for IBW, you get access to those 2 days of conference and the after party, right? And all the other side events have their own registration links. Some of them are paid, some of them are unpaid, etc. But this is what the ticket fetches you. If you are going with a premium pass, though, which you see is a $400 ticket, now this gives you access to that VIP speaker dinner, right? A VIP dinner, which has all the speakers and sponsors together, some of the top names from the industry, and also gives you access to a speaker lounge or a VIP lounge within the conference where all of these speakers come, gather, they can sit, talk to each other, etc. So that is a difference there. But
Right.
yeah, that's all. Sorry.
राइट सो अगर आपको एक जनरलाइज स्टैंडर्ड पास चाहिए तो देर आर टू दैट IBW इज गिविंग अस टू डिस्ट्रीब्यूट सो आप ट्विटर के ऊपर जाइए और IBW को टैग करिए, बिटनिंग को ट्रैक करिए, बताइए व्हाट आर यू एक्साइटेड अबाउट IBW और वेब3 की दुनिया आपको क्यों अच्छा लगता है एंड वील बी सिलेक्टिंग 2 पीपल उनको हम एक्सेस करेंगे खुद और अनाउंस करेंगे कि ये 2 हमारे विनर है टू गेट दिस पर्टिकुलर पास आई थिंक दैट्स
Wow.
गुड इनफ काशिफ
या आई थिंक जितने भी जो लिंक्स हैं वो आपको भी डिस्क्रिप्शन में नीचे मिल जाएंगे और जो साइड इवेंट्स की भी जो लिंक है इरशाद इफ यू कैन जस्ट प्रोवाइड अस दैट लिंक विल पुट इट इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन वन लास्ट थिंग दैट आई वांट टू रिक्वेस्ट एवरीबॉडी यार जस्ट बी देयर मैं भी पहले इवेंट्स को मैं नहीं जाता था तो बट अब जब से जाने लगा हूं तब से एंड आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि आपको हर इवेंट में जाना चाहिए बट ये इवेंट आपको 3-4 साल में एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है सो और इंडिया में खासकर मेरे को लगता है कि हैदराबाद में एक इवेंट हुआ था आज से 2008 में हुआ था जिसमें बहुत लोग आए थे और इंटरनेशनल काफी लोग आए थे वो उस टाइम पे हैदराबाद ब्लॉकचेन वीक करके हुआ था हैदराबाद में हुआ था बट आई थिंक उसके बाद अगर कोई बड़ा इवेंट हो रहा है जिसमें इतने सारे लोग आ रहे हैं तो दिस इज द इवेंट आई थिंक यू यू जस्ट कैन नॉट अफोर्ड टू मिस इट और आप अगर कॉस्ट को भी देखो तो मैं आपको एक थोड़ा सा रेफरेंस देता हूँ टोकन 2049 $500 का था फॉर एवरीबॉडी हु वांटेड टू गो देयर अगर आप टोकन 2049 दुबई जाओ या कोई भी बड़े इवेंट में जाओ 500 से $1000 से कम कोई टिकट नहीं होती है बट इफ यू सी यहाँ पे स्टूडेंट पास अगर आप स्टूडेंट हो सो इट्स लाइक $20 $50 मतलब आई मीन दिस इज लाइक वेरी रीजनेबल यार हम कोई मूवी देखने जाते हैं तो वहां पे भी हम पॉपकॉर्न और अगर मूवी टिकट अगर हम मिला लें तो 2200-2300 रुपए मूवी पे खर्च कर आते हैं बट यहाँ पे यू आर गेटिंग अ पास दैट कैन रीडिफाइन योर करियर दिस कैन रियली चेंज योर लाइफ क्योंकि यहाँ पे आप एक अच्छा नेटवर्क अगर बना लोगे सो दैट कैन रियली चेंज योर लाइफ राइट सो यू शुड बी देयर
ऑसम
सो
Hey, Pranav,
अच्छी चीज ये है कि
Kashif, one thing
जो
I
या प्लीज
no, please, Kashif.
जो लोग नहीं पहुंच पाएंगे फिर भी तो वी आर देयर सो विल ट्राई एंड कवर द इवेंट एंड विल ट्राई एंड ब्रिंग यू एक्सक्लूसिव इंटरव्यूज एंड एक्सक्लूसिव कवरेज वो तो है ही बट अगर आप जा सकते हो तो यू शुड डेफिनेटली गो
Yeah, Kashif, just adding to what you said that coming to this event is very important and can be a life-changing decision. One thing that our CEO has also said, where for India and crypto, it's a synergy that we see, but together we all come for these sort of events. It will become our collective destiny. So like it's samuhik niyati together that we can create. So it's
आई
important
एग्री
that we see everybody there together.
आई एग्री 100% so ठीक है guys with this thought I think thank you very much and if you want to have a give some closing remark Irshad
Oh, well, we've been preparing for this for the last so many months. The last couple of weeks has been like super long for us, and we're trying our best to bring the best speakers here. We'd really appreciate if we have the max turnout from everyone, celebrating this together. So yeah, we're excited and looking forward. Another 32 days to go.
yeah absolutely चलिए ठीक है guys with this thought thank you very much यार
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.